Hi, Joe here from Way Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this 2015 F-150 XLT. Let's dive in. The F-150 is an amazing pickup truck. It's been the best-selling light-duty pickup truck in the U.S. market for close to 50 years. Ford stays ahead of the pickup truck pack by using pioneering technology, and back in 2015, 10 years prior to this model year, Ford shook up the industry, and I don't think the industry has yet to catch up with what Ford decided to do. So in 2015, Ford switched to aluminum panels in the bed and the other body panels. That shaved about 500 to 700 pounds off the F-Series depending on the configuration. So with 500 to 700 pounds less weight, that means it can carry 500 to 700 pounds more payload or towing capacity, and it makes it more fuel efficient, performs better, accelerates better, handles better. Aluminum, it costs more in the manufacturing process, but it pays dividends on what it does for the consumers. Yet the F-Series still remains competitive price-wise to its competition. It doesn't use full body panels. I think the Ram has like an aluminum hood, but that's about it. So you have the Ram, the Tundra, and the GMC Sierra and the Chevy Silverado. As far as I know, they still use stamped steel body panels aside from like the hood on the Ram. Ford also went to pioneering technology in the engine compartment where a lot of the competition uses big V8 engines. Ford switched to forced induction, where one of their top of line engines is a 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6, which is very popular. But if you're old school and you love that V8 sound and feel, this one is still equipped with that amazing 5 liter V8 pumping out 400 horsepower. While it's out-torqued by the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, the V8 sounds nice, and from an absolute long-term longevity reliability standpoint, you have a little bit less complexity. There's a little less complexity with the 5 liter. You don't have forced induction, turbos, which has more complexity, more stress to the engine. So long-term, when you go past 100,000 miles, you could see some more issues with turbocharged engines. So if you're thinking about keeping your F-Series past 100,000 miles and you want the absolute most reliability, the 5 liter is a great choice. Don't get me wrong, I've seen plenty high mileage examples of the EcoBoost engines with well over 100,000 miles. But the 5 liter, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, it's not scientific fact, this isn't Ford's information from the Ford manufacturer, but I think the 5 liter is probably the most reliable V8. I think the 5 liter V8 is the most reliable engine you can get these days in modern versions of the F-Series. 2025 is a great year for the F-Series because in 2024 it got a facelift, looking better than ever. Love the black wheels, nice contrast with the red exterior. Pickup trucks used to be simple 30, 40 years ago, but now they've turned into spacious family haulers. With 4 doors, you got lots of space for your friends, family, co-workers, limo-like legroom. But you can also flip up both these rear seats to turn this into a cargo area, so if there's stuff that you don't want to put in the bed. Luckily, this one has a nice hard tonneau cover, but for ones that don't, if you don't want stuff exposed to the elements or theft, this is a great storage spot. And yes, this one has a nice hard tonneau cover, which is perfect for our wet weather here in the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, it's not completely weather or waterproof. I wouldn't put like a computer back here, but for other items, to keep it from getting completely soaked, maybe a little bit damp. That 5 liter V8 sounds wonderful. If I owned this thing, I would take this to like an exhaust shop and just put like a performance muffler on it, making it sound a little bit better. You don't need to spend a lot of money, you just put a performance muffler on it. You don't even need to put an exhaust system, and that will liven that sweet 5 liter up very nicely. Now we have a completely digital gauge cluster on the F-Series across the board. We have a giant screen for the infotainment system, one of the latest versions of Microsoft Sync, considered one of the better automotive infotainment systems in the industry. We have a parking camera, overhead camera, great for tight parking situations. This is a big boy, so having those cameras can definitely help you, like in those mall parking lots where you're getting very close to other people's cars and bumpers when you're maneuvering around. This one has heated seats. You can hit this button right here to make the gear selector fold flat into the center console, so it's not in your way. You operate the 4-wheel drive system here, so you have 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive low range. Then you have this rotary dial here, which is a drive mode selector. So we have different drive modes. We have Sport, we have Eco, we have Tow Haul, we have normal, we have slippery, and we can see that it's popping in the four-wheel drive. But then the gauge cluster is a little bit different too in slippery mode. And then we have off-road mode. And that also shuts off the traction control. We got a little compass, a little bit of a different display for the four-wheel drive system. Pops it in the four-wheel drive high. Having the traction control off is preferable in off-road situations. And then on the screen, we can see we have a forward-facing trail camera with direction of travel. So if we turn the steering wheel, we can also see the lines, the direction of travel also showing us where we're gonna go. Well, thanks for joining me in this walk-around video of this 2025 F-150. This is a nice pre-owned example. We have some brand new ones as well, and obviously the 26s are on their way. We are Way Scarff Ford Isuzu. We've been in business since 1922, 103 years as of December 2025. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles. We always have lots of pickup trucks for all different makes and models. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.